Hi there, beautiful souls. Thank you for watching. I'm Gabrielle, retired medium in Germany, and I like to share some of my otherworldly experiences and insights and what I found helpful along the way. I'm very much about self-help, and I used to travel through Brazil because I love Brazil, the energy and the people. And when I was somewhere in the jungle and I heard myself, I need something really practical. I don't want to carry around a lot of stuff to um, cure a wound or whatever. I need really something practical. So I was searching for self help in alternative medicine and healing fields, and I came across one thing that I really like. So this one is about EFT, the emotional freedom technique, which is tapping on the meridians. You maybe heard of the meridian system, which the Chinese use to put needles into and correct some energy flow within your whole meridian system. So I'll start to show you how it works very shortly and simple. I like to keep it simple. First, you have to define your so-called problem. And I advise you to start with something simple. Not to take out the biggest problem you have and start with that. If you're beginning to train that method and you need some training, better start with something simple. So I'm taking something simple now, like just the stress. We're all stressed out, we're overthinking, we're too much in our heads, and forget about our feelings sometimes. And the head is only half of the world. If you miss out on your feelings and you can't unite them, you feel confused or stuck or whatever. It's not a good feeling, and if you want to change something, this is a rapid method to change something within you, because changing the world starts right here, not in the outside world, not with other people to try to convince them of what you are thinking, of your opinion or whatever. So you start at the edge of your hand, you take one hand, and with the other one you tap the edge of the hand. And you say 3 times, the magical 3, a special sentence. And the sentence is, I love and accept myself, although I have stress. I love and accept myself, although I have stress. I love and accept myself, although I have stress. The next point is the highest point of your head. You tap there rhythmically, and you have to stay there a little bit longer, not just a few seconds. And again, you say, my stress. The next point is where the brow begins. You tap there rhythmically, and you say, my stress. My stress. The next point is on the edge of the eye where the bone starts. My stress. The next point is under the eye where the bone is. My stress. My stress. The next one is above your lips. My stress. The next one is under your lips, right here, my stress. The next one is where these bones are. I don't know the English name, bear with me, but you know what I mean. And it's one hand below there. And you take the whole hand, These are the kidney points. And you say again, my stress, or whatever you defined as your so-called problem. And already here, if you watch me, maybe you noticed that I changed my breathing. I have more relief. I can feel the streaming of energy in the meridian system. And it makes me sigh or breathe out and exhale a bit more than usually. And that's the effect we want. The next point is under your arm, just one hand below where the arm is fixed to the body. You tap there and you say, my stress. And then there's one where your heart is. You tap there and you say, my stress. And the last one is right here where the hand is. So you get all the meridians from the fingers and you tap with the whole hand and you say again, my stress. My stress. Maybe you have to make a few more rounds. The first time might not be sufficient, and you can do it for 5 or 10 minutes, even 15 minutes, doing 3, 4 or 5 rounds. You should feel the relief, and you should notice that your breathing is changing. Might be helpful to close your eyes, because then inside of you it's easier to follow how the feeling is changing. And if you can define the next step after stress, maybe there's another word like my relief, or whatever is coming, whatever you can perceive as the next feeling after you did your first or second round, because it's changing. And best before doing it to put a handle onto it, which I like, because I like to check things and find proof. It's not always possible, but with any energy healing, it's quite simple. If you close your eyes and you imagine a scale between 0 and 10. 0 means no problem, everything's fine, and 10 is whoa, high stress, I'm totally stressed out. And feel where you want to put your inner state of being. So it might be that your problem, if you start with a simple thing, you might find that you have it between 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. 7 and 8 and 9 is already very high. And if you do that before you apply this method, then you can do it afterwards, after you made some rounds for 10 or 15 minutes, and look again where now it is showing, in which part in between 0 and 10 you would place the highness or the importance of this so-called problem. And usually it's lower after you made this EFT tapping on the meridians. And you can continue to get it down, and you will notice that you start feeling better. And I want to tell a little story because I trained this within a workshop with a man who learned it and who's offering courses and everything. So I did it the way I really wanted, the right training. But I think it's quite easy to, if you just watch some of the instructional videos on YouTube, you get an idea how it works. And I tried my best to explain it hopefully well and didn't forget anything. Because we tend to forget, and the head is full of thousands of things. So the story I want to share is from within this workshop. The guy wanted to have um, the kind of showroom effect, so he asked somebody from the audience to come onto the stage, and he was tapping the other person, and he asked the person to choose a simple problem, and that person chose the craving for chocolate. Sounds simple and harmless, but when he started tapping her, she suddenly fell into a traumatic state, like trembling. And if you're not experienced, you are shocked by that or scared, and then you stop tapping. But you have to continue and follow through until the trembling is over and reduces. Because if you stop in the middle, then you brought up your highest level of trauma without being able to resolve it. That's why they say choose something simple, but sometimes within the simple things there are hiding bigger things. So be prepared, make your own experiences, explore this technique. It helps with bodily pain, like you stumped your toe and and if you do it, the pain will go away much faster. I did it in the jungle when I hurt myself and I was bleeding, and the bleeding stopped very, very fast. So that was proof to me as well. And you can also use it for, let's say, psychological themes like anxiety, sadness, anger, whatever. Try it for yourself, because there is not the one way for all people. You have to find out what works best with you, and not every method is good for everyone. So that's why we need experience and try and explore things and put aside what does not work and stick with what works. So I like to share this one because it works very well for me, and I know it works for other people as well. Hope you get something useful, and now you know how to help yourself when you're sad or angry or anxious. Wish you all the best. Blessings, dear souls. Love and light onto your path. Bye.